Why would someone want to hack a camera? The reasons range from curiosity to crime. Some hackers see it as a challenge, a digital puzzle to solve, just to prove they can. Others are pranksters using hacked cameras to spook or harass people, turning a security tool into a source of fear. But the real danger comes from those with criminal intent. Hackers can spy on your routines, learn when you're away, or even steal business secrets. Sometimes it's not about what your camera sees, but about using your device as part of a botnet, a zombie army of hacked gadgets used for massive cyber attacks. Your camera could be recruited into a digital army without you ever knowing. The motivations are varied, but the risks are real. That's why understanding how these attacks happen is so important. It's not just about privacy, it's about protecting your home, your business, and even the wider internet. Let's see how hackers actually pull this off. The more you know, the safer you'll be. When you picture hackers, you might imagine them using secret, high-tech, and expensive software. But in reality, hackers don't need secret, expensive software at all. Most of the tools they rely on are actually free, open source, and surprisingly easy to find online. Anyone can download them with just a few clicks. For example, tools like Nmap are used to scan the internet for open doors. These are the entry points into networks and devices. Shodan, on the other hand, is a powerful search engine for connected devices, including everything from security cameras to smart fridges. Password cracking programs like Hydra and Medusa can guess thousands of passwords in just minutes, making it easy to break into accounts with weak security. Metasploit is a toolkit designed for exploiting known software flaws, letting hackers test vulnerabilities or launch attacks with pre-built scripts. And then there's CameraDar, which is built specifically to find and access vulnerable cameras on the internet. These tools automate tasks that would take a human years to do by hand, like guessing passwords, scanning for weaknesses, and finding exposed devices across the globe. The real danger isn't the tool itself, but how it's used. In the wrong hands, even free software can be a powerful weapon. If your camera or device uses a weak or default password, these tools can break in almost instantly, leaving your privacy at risk. That's why using strong, unique passwords for every device is your first and most important line of defense. When you look closer, you'll see that hacking is often just following a recipe, step-by-step instructions anyone can find online. But if you make that recipe harder to follow, by securing your devices, you're much less likely to be a target. The best defense? Know what you're up against, stay informed, and always lock your digital doors. Next, let's look at how hackers actually find their targets on the vast internet. You might be surprised. It's easier than you might think, and it could happen to anyone who isn't prepared. The first step for a hacker is finding a target. Before any attack can begin, they need to know what's out there, what's vulnerable, exposed, and waiting to be discovered. This is where the hunt truly begins. Tools like Shodan and Nmap make this simple, turning what used to be hours of manual searching into a process that takes just minutes. Shodan scans the entire internet for devices, cameras, printers, routers, anything connected and visible. It's like a search engine, but for the world's exposed technology. A hacker can search for a specific camera brand and instantly see a list of exposed devices, sometimes even with GPS locations, making it easy to pinpoint exactly where these devices are in the real world. The real problem isn't Shodan itself, it's that these cameras and devices are left visible to the public internet, often with little or no security in place. Nmap then checks which doors, or ports, are open on those devices, revealing the pathways a hacker could use to get inside. Open ports are like unlocked doors on a house. If they're not secured, they become easy entry points for anyone who knows where to look. CameraDar takes it even further, scanning for cameras with open video streams and automatically trying default passwords. Many people never change these passwords, making access almost effortless. In just a few minutes, a hacker can find and test thousands of cameras worldwide, watching live feeds from homes, businesses, and public spaces. The process is automated, efficient, and shockingly effective. With the right tools, it's almost like fishing with a net instead of a hook. If your camera is exposed, it's only a matter of time before someone finds it. The internet never sleeps, and neither do those searching for vulnerabilities. That's why hiding your camera from public view and changing default settings is so important. A few simple steps can make a huge difference in your security. Next, let's see how hackers actually break in, how they move from finding a door to stepping inside. It's all about picking the locks, both digital and physical. and exploiting the weaknesses that others leave behind. Once a hacker finds your camera, the next step is getting past the password. Most cameras use simple logins, admin, password, or even no password at all. Tools like Hydra and Medusa try thousands of combinations in minutes, starting with the most common ones. If you haven't changed the default password, it's like leaving your front door wide open. For more advanced attacks, hackers use Metasploit to exploit known software bugs, sometimes bypassing passwords entirely. If your camera's software isn't updated, it could have vulnerabilities that are easy to exploit. Updates often fix these flaws, but if you ignore them, you're inviting trouble. The lesson? Strong, unique passwords and regular updates are your best defense. Don't make it easy for hackers. Lock your digital doors and fix the broken locks. Most attacks succeed because of simple mistakes, not high-tech wizardry. Now, let's see how all these steps come together in a real attack. It's faster and easier than you might think. Here's how a typical camera hack unfolds. First, the hacker uses Shodan to find exposed cameras, maybe searching by brand or location. Next, they scan each camera with Nmap to find open ports and gather details about the device. With this info, they try to log in using Hydra, running through lists of default and common passwords. If that fails, they check for known vulnerabilities and use Metasploit to exploit them. Once inside, they can watch your camera feed, download recordings, or even use your camera to attack other devices. The whole process is automated and can take just minutes. Most hacks succeed because of weak passwords or outdated software. The good news? These are problems you can fix. By understanding the hacker's playbook, you can block every step. Let's look at what happens if a hacker actually gets in. The consequences go far beyond just losing privacy. When a hacker breaks into your camera, your privacy is gone. They can watch your daily life, learn your habits, and even interact through two-way audio, sometimes to harass or frighten. There are real cases of hackers yelling at families or playing loud music through baby monitors. Worse, criminals can use hacked cameras to plan burglaries, learning when you're away and what's worth stealing. Your security device can become a tool for crime. And it doesn't stop there. Your camera can be hijacked into a botnet, used in massive cyber attacks that slow your internet and target others. The risks are personal, financial, and even global. But the good news is, these attacks are preventable. With a few simple steps, you can keep your cameras and your home safe. Let's talk about how to do that. Security doesn't have to be complicated. Protecting your camera is easier than you think. First, change the default username and password. Make it long, unique, and hard to guess. This alone blocks most attacks. Next, keep your camera's software updated. Updates patch security holes that hackers exploit. Turn on two-factor authentication if your camera supports it. Even if someone gets your password, they can't get in without a second code. Secure your Wi-Fi with a strong password and WPA2 or WPA3 encryption. If possible, put your cameras on a separate guest network. This keeps hackers from reaching your other devices if one camera is compromised. Don't ignore update notifications. Install them right away. These simple habits build a strong digital fortress around your home. You don't need to be a tech expert. Just take a few smart steps. The basics work. Now, let's wrap up with a positive outlook on staying safe in a connected world. The digital world can seem overwhelming, but simple steps make a huge difference. Technology brings us convenience, security, and peace of mind if we use it wisely. Think of online security like locking your doors at night. It's not about fear, but about smart habits. Changing passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, and updating software are easy ways to stay safe. Hackers rely on simple mistakes. Don't give them the chance. You don't have to be a fortress, just a harder target than the next person. Embrace your cameras and enjoy their benefits. Use them to watch your pets, check deliveries, and keep your home safe. With a little knowledge and a few good habits, you can enjoy the connected world confidently. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay secure. The digital world is full of possibilities. Make it work for you. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.